Hello and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus, as we continue our weekend number 2 in the summer. And at the moment I've got my wonderful joy of being able to collect my upgraded iron axe from Clint today, which is fantastic, which means I can finally clear some of that darn hardwood that's just in the damn way. While I'm also in town, I'm going to possibly, maybe not. I was contemplating purchasing a larger backpack, partly because it'd be useful, but at the same time, I'm just going to purchase a bunch of seeds and some apple trees, because I think having some fruiting trees is a good idea. And yes, they take 28 days to grow, but they'll be ready for the autumn or fall season, which is kind of what I'm after. Now, other things that I'm looking for, of course, is a large quantity of wheat, because although it's not the most valuable, it grows quickly and I can use it and just get stuff sold quickly. That's the main aim for it at the moment. As well as that, I've been able to unlock the quality sprinkler. So, at long last, I can now have areas of land that will automatically water themselves. Although I've got the basic sprinkler previously unlocked, it's just not very good because it only does a basic cardinal directions of north, south, east and west, whereas the quality does all 8 tiles around it, which means it's much easier to manage. So, I'm going to create a little bit of land, which is going to be my self-watering area of crops, which would be fantastic. While I'm here, oops, Daisy. So yeah, so I've got that as an option and an ability. I can now have crops that will be watered, all ready to go, and allow me to get stuck in straight away. Now, of course, I've got 100 wheat, which will be nice and easy to plant. And of course, I'm going to quickly give Lewis any extra hot peppers that I have because he likes them. And I'm going to quickly poodle on over back to the farm. Of course, now that I've got the quality sprinkler unlocked, I'm now thinking, oh yeah, the iridium sprinkler would be really helpful. Of course, the trouble with that one is I need iridium, which I don't really have. And I think I need battery packs, which again, I don't really have any of those, so it's not the end of the world, and the quality sprinklers will at least allow me to get stuck in. What I've also realised is that you can actually plant the trees in grass, which allows me to not have to worry about land being taken up from valuable space for crops and be used for trees. So I'm probably going to plant quite a few trees around the grassy areas of the farm because it'll just give me a little bit more room to play with later on. And that's kind of something that I'm after, is being able to play with as much room as physically possible. Of course, I am going to need a fair odd crack of refined quartz as well for these quality sprinklers. And of course, gold. So I am going to have to go back into the mines at some point and start getting more gold. And that's not too difficult to do. It's just going to be a little bit time consuming more than anything. But at the same time, I've got a lot of iron. Maybe I should start just transmuting them. I mean, that probably wouldn't hurt that much. But I'm going to quickly slap these down. I would like to put the sprinklers down in on top of a flooring tile of some description, like the cobblestone path, just because it prevents them from being accidentally dug up. But for the time being, I'll live until the autumn, when I'll just fully redo the farm a bit more, as I'm sure that'll give me more opportunity to really clear everything out. Although some of the crops will survive the autumn, like the corn and sunflowers. But that's not the end of the world, as it's only a couple of different crops, and yeah, I can live with that. But re-establishing the crop placement, just to make things, I nearly said crop plantations, to actually make things a little bit more efficient is kind of what I'm after here. Again, I could possibly look at trying to make more money by just throwing absurd amounts of crops down, but for the time being, this'll do. And one of the other advantages of having a predominantly self-watered area means that I can actually go and upgrade the watering can, and that would be nice, as the watering can is something that I do need, and I would like that to be upgraded. And the sooner that's upgraded, the better. Now, of course, I've only got 4 quality sprinklers for the time being, but I'm sure it won't take me too long to make more, as of course it doesn't take a huge amount of resources. It's just the time that it takes to refine the quartz into refined quartz, which isn't terrible. But I do need to just hoe a little bit more land because I've still got all these little gaps, which again I'm trying to put fertilizer down as well, so I get better quality crops out of it all in the end. And that's really the end game goal, is just having better quality crops, make more money, and get cracking. Of course, this is the fun, exciting part of watering all of the large quantity of crops that I've just planted. Alas, no lack. But it's one of those things that I actually need to remember to do in real life as well. I actually have some tomato plants growing in my back garden at the moment, and because of the heat at the moment, we're getting temperatures of about 28, 29 degrees, though it feels so much hotter. For anyone who's used to British summers, because of our high moisture content, as in we get rain all the damn time, it has such a cloying heat. It's horrible. Like I'm sweating bullets, and I'm just sat in my office. Now, I wish I could say that it was an air-conditioned office. Air conditioning in houses is incredibly rare, to the point where I've never met anyone who has an air-conditioned home. Partly because I don't really hang out with that many rich people. I think that's it. I've got the terrible problem of posh voice, no money. It's a terrible curse that I'm afflicted with. But alas. But yeah, I need to go and water those tomatoes, and the heat is being so absurd at the moment. I don't really want them to wilt because, as I've mentioned before, I've got a bit of a black thumb, and being able to actually have some crops that I could possibly eat something from would be amazing. And they're yellow tomatoes, which is something that I just quite enjoy. The mixture of different tomatoes is quite nice. Now, because I've got these iron axe, I'm going to actually put it to use and chop up all of this damn hardwood that has been blocking me in my farm. So I'm finally clearing that space, and it feels so good. Although my energy is being very heavily depleted because, of course, I hoed a lot of ground, I've watered a lot of stuff. But if I can just chop down quite a few of these hardwood bits, partly that'll be useful for the community centre bundles, as it kind of always is just stuff for the community centre bundles, which is nice and helpful. And being able to just get a bit more wood will allow me to actually start making the coops, because I've actually got enough money to get them now, because I've sold a lot of stones, I've sold a lot of, like, the gemstones, that is. I've sold a lot of other miscellaneous. Oh, that's convenient, the pine tar's ready. And just clearing out a little bit more space here, because I'm not quite sure where I want to put where I want to place things. I think I do need to get like almost like a map picture of the whole farm, and then figure out where I want to put things. I'm sure, I'm so sure that there's probably somebody out there who's been really wizardy and made a farm planner app or website, so you can actually just lay out exactly what you want, where you want it, and you can see how it all interacts. Again, I've been trying to be careful though, because I don't want to excessively use the online resources for this one. I kind of almost want to stumble through this and just go with, what do I remember? Because this is the first time I've started a farm and probably played it for, goodness, must be at least a couple of years. Other than like multiplayer farms with a couple of friends, where it's really only been the beginning parts of it. I know in my friend's farm we've got to year 2 now. I think we're in the middle of summer. But I don't always play with them. It's my friend, his sister, and his girlfriend. And yeah, we play together, but not always at the same time. And because his girlfriend lives in America, he lives here in the UK. So it's not always feasible. Which, you know, that's a thing. But anyway, it just means that I can do a little bit of work on the farm and do the odd bit. And thankfully, because I don't have to worry about the maintenance of the farm as much, because my role in that farm is to deal with the animals and nothing else. And I'm kind of glad that that's the way it is, because I get to be lazy and just deal with the animals. It's a shame that you can't have the option of having some of the smaller houses like interacting, like, because I really like the way that Shane interacts with the chickens in this, because when you get past his alcoholic state, it's really sweet watching him carry around the blue chickens and such, and just seeing him smile as a little thing. And I know he's just an animated character thing, but it's still sweet to see the character progression, and like that he isn't completely in the hole at the bottom of a bottle, because it's quite horrifying how much this game makes you actually go, oh, that's harsh. I mean, even when Kent, is it Kent, the soldier gets back, and you have like a weird, almost PTSD thing with him, and it's just, good grief, this game, it portrays itself as just like such a sweet little farming game, but then it hits you so hard with some of the, like, the heart-wrenching things. It's so sad, but it's really well done, and I think that's why I quite like it. But I would like to have the option to have the chickens interacting a little bit more in the house, and same with the stegosaurs and the ducks and the rabbits, because I think it'd be quite nice to just have them almost as a house pet, as well as like you've got the cat and such, or the dog. Now, while I'm quickly attacking trees with my iron axe, I'm going to go and attack the lumber inside the little bit of Forgotten Woods bit, or whatever it's actually called, because you're not going to run into any of the Kokiri, because it's not the Forgotten Woods or the Lost Woods or whatever it actually was called. This is where I'm going to get like a bunch of Zelda fans being like, no, you should be able to get this right, you absolute monster. But anyway, I'm just going to get this hardwood, just so I can potentially make something out of it. It'll be useful in the grand scheme of things, actually finally being able to make something with it. But it's going to be useful for the community centre bundles, and just get that done and out of the way, because I do just need to get that as much of the community centre as I can get done. I'd like to get as much as I physically can done in a year. And I'd really like to unlock the greenhouse. The sooner that I can unlock, the better, because I do quite enjoy having it generally, and it's just quite a nice little thing. And eventually, when I get Ginger Island and that sort of thing, I can actually start having some of the more esoteric plants, like the bananas and the mangoes and pineapples and such, being grown inside there. And this is where I get to be so ignorant. I genuinely thought that pineapples were grown on trees at first, and then when I had a look at the plants for them, in this game, I was thinking, no, that can't be real. I didn't think they were bushes. And no, they are genuinely like a giant bush type thing, and good grief, do I feel stupid as hell that I didn't realise that's how a pineapple grows. Admittedly, I don't really eat much pineapple, so it didn't really cross my mind that much. But at the same time, my goodness, did I feel stupid? But I think that's just the way it is, though, isn't it? When you don't really think about something and you don't really know how it grows or how it's done, and it's just, oh, look, that's a thing. Oops. Now I feel stupid. Oh well, I'll live. Now, so Friday's been quite a profitable day in the grand scheme. They're not financially profitable, but I've been able to clear a lot of space, which is good. I've been able to catch a wood skip, which I was quite pleased about, because again, that's another thing for the bundles. And I've now finally learned the lightning rod, which I am going to build a few of, because one, I want to get some battery packs. Two, I don't want my farm getting burned down by lightning. It needs to go away and leave me alone. I like storms in real life, but I don't like lightning burning my stuff. At least I don't have to water anything today, partly because I've got the sprinklers, and partly because it's pissing it down with rain. Now, let's see. Iron bar, refined quartz, and bowings. I need refined quartz again. Not the end of the world. I've got a fair old bit of just quartz. I will make some of those. And I've got some bat wings lying around. Is it 3 each or is it 5 each? Well, I'll just grab some and be ready. There we go, 5 each. And that's, again, it's not too difficult to do. I'm going to slap these down. I'm going to make sure that my farm bits are actually protected. Having seen a burned tree, it's quite funny. But I'm glad that that's not actually what's happened, thankfully. There we go. Because I don't want these apple trees to burn. I had a pomegranate tree on one of my farms just burn after being struck by lightning, because I didn't really think about it, because I put it on the other end of the farm. And it's great fun harvesting coal from a tree. It's very weird. Okay, so getting a lot of hot peppers, which is good. Again, I can sell those, make some more money. And I've got the preserve makers going inside the house. What I think I would like to do is get a barn built and then just fill it with preserve jars so I can actually really start making money. But the trouble is, I'll need a barn, and they're not the cheapest thing to start building. And of course, I need more coal, so charcoal kilns are going to be quite helpful right now. So I'm just going to slap some wood in there. But again, that now means that I'm going to need more wood because I'm going to burn through it and blah, blah, blah. And that sort of thing, which is just a pain. Right, now I've got some tomatoes, which is good. I think that's one of the ones I need. But I'm going to fling the other bits in here. Now, off we pop. We're going off to the community centre. That's nice and easy, just to get this stuff done. Again, I might be. Well, I'll definitely complete the construction bundle because I've got the hardwood now, but I can't remember what that actually unlocks. I don't think I'll be able to complete any of the other bundles. I don't think I've got anything else. I mean, I've got the wood skip, but I haven't caught the desert fish yet, and I know that's later on unlocks within the community centre, I think. But, yeah, there we go. So I just need one, which is the sandfish. And then once that's caught, I'm pretty much good for that little bundle. Because that one's the pain in the posterior bundle. Fodder I can't do because I haven't got the apples, but that's why I planted the 2 apple trees. And apples themselves, they sell okay. And considering you get 3 of them every 3 days because they just stack up, I don't need to worry as much about them. It's the blueberries and the melons I need for the farm bundle at the moment for the summer. That's going to be the fiddly pain in the posterior. Okay, what are we going to get as a bundle complete reward? Shiny things for me. It's a charcoal kiln. Okay, kind of useful. I mean, I kind of wish I hadn't just built 2, but I will live. Again, it's useful, and I need it just to keep burning things so I can get more coal. And more coal is better. It's really what I need. Now, it's just about to go 9 AM in the town, so most of the stuff will be open. And, ooh, we've got a quest. Let's have a look and see. Catching 2 tuna. Alright, Willie, I'll give it a go. It's not the most difficult fish to catch. It's just a pain. More than anything. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into the mines for a bit, as I probably need some more copper, as I have the quest from Clint to get copper, and I do also want to try and get some more gold. I do need to visit Robin at some point just so I can double check exactly how much it's going to cost me to get things like the barn and other miscellanea and actually get cracking with that. So just going to get a little bit more quartz, which again I can smelt straight away. Oh, go away, horrible bug. No, leave me alone. What part of eat a bone sword do you not understand? There we go. Amethysts, that's useful. I can give that to somebody. I'm sure someone will like that. Ooh, some retaining soil. That's one thing I don't really use very much. Is the retaining soil. I guess the idea of being not having to water every day is kind of nice, but I don't know how useful that would be. I'd rather have the quick speed grow, thank you, more than anything. I think I might just sell that in the end because it's useful. Just I've never really thought about how to use it in an effective way. Maybe if I was planning on upgrading my watering can, but at the same time, if I was going to do that, why would I not just put more sprinklers down? Because that's lazier? I don't know. I'm sure there's a method to the madness, but I cannot figure it out. Maybe that's just because I'm insane myself. Who knows? Alright, let's just quickly smash up some more rocks. Got some jade, and we're going to get a bit more copper. I think at least I'm going to get 30 quite quickly in here. Oh, go away, horrible crab. Die. Okay, so I've got a crab now. Hooray. I'm sure I could cook that and eat it at some point. Or I could just sell it. Because, yeah, eating cave crabs. Dangerous, delicious cave crabs. Okay, let's see what further down have we got. Again, I need to start making bombs because it's just so much easier to clear out these caves with just explosives. Again, it's one of those things that I've never really considered until I started doing it on my own, on one of my other farms, my newer ones. Sorry, more complete ones, and just being able to clear out entire swaths of caves and going through the Skull Cavern and the cave system in Ginger Island with bombs is really helpful, because Ginger Island is, oof, it's a pain. Like, those creatures in there hit real hard. It's horrible. But yeah, being able to clear through those a little bit quicker is very nice. And let's just quickly smash up some stuff here. More rocks, lovely stuff. No gold though. That's what I'm after. And of course the way down, because I want to get down and out of this bit of the cave. I mean, it's only 1:30 PM, so we've still got some time in the day to actually do stuff. But I think one of the other things I might try and do is try and catch some tuna later on today. And another thing I'd like to try and do is catch some of the specific night fishing fish. So I know that there's like the eel and some of the other creatures that I can't remember the name of. There are definitely some fish that you can only catch during the night. Like, I've caught the cucumbers and such in the past, but it's the eel is one that I need to catch, and it's a pain because you can only catch during the spring and the autumn, which is something I hadn't realised until I was chatting with a friend of mine, just going, "Oh yeah, I haven't been able to catch an eel," and they were like, "Oh no, yeah, you're in the middle of the summer because you're an idiot, and I've watched your videos. You're just an idiot." It's like, "Oh, thanks. You could have told me that earlier. You terrible person, just ignoring the fact that I'm in the middle of it and just going, I hate you so much." But it's not too bad. I'm glad that it's not that hard in the grand scheme of things. But the fact that it has to be raining as well, so I might end up having to make some of the rain totems to increase the likelihood of it raining the next day. Okay, that's not too hard to do. But it'd be nice if it was just done and such. Get them, make my life easier, please. I'm just lazy. I just want it done. Okay, so we're just going to quickly slap in the fire quartz now that I've finally got the damn thing, and I've got 2 of them, which means I can give the other one to not Gus, whatever his name is. But this nice little completion bit here will repair the minecarts, and I think this is the first bit I've actually managed to complete fully, which is great. Because that makes life a lot easier, which is fantastic. So here we go, and yeah, I'll just do the 2,500 bundle because that's not too bad. Oh goody, a chocolate cake. Ooh, nearly got rid of that. Get rid of the crab. Okay, so I haven't quite got enough money to do the rest of it, but it wouldn't be too difficult for me to actually get the last bits of cash monies to do that bit. Sooner I get it done, the better, though. I know that one's going to be the one that I end up doing when I'm feeling more lazy, as I don't like having to throw money away, but I can't help it. Just needs to be done. And that's just, again, how it is. Just need to get it done and do that. Oh well. Right, back to the farm for a little bit, because I need to empty out some of my inventory, because I've got a lot of stuff that I don't really need. But I can live with that. Right, let's just grab some coal out of here, and what am I going to put where? Don't need that. I can put these away. So I've got enough to do one bit of gold. It's good and all. It's just the organisation of these chests. And I roughly know what's in them, but again, I need to get this stuff done and organised. And I do need the fire quartz, because Gunter needs that one, not Gus. Gus owns the saloon. I always forget people's names, because I'm terrible with it. Let's throw that. And I've just realised I sold those damn Omni Geodes. God, fart. Drat. I need those. Well, wanted, more to the point. I don't need them. I'm sure I can get some more later on. But it's annoying more than anything else. But oh well, I'll live. I'm sure I'll be able to get something. I'll live. Righty, so we've got the 30 copper, so I do need to go and find Clint, because that's kind of the important thing. So let's have a quick look. Come on. Let's go and slap that there. And pop that there. Right, I don't need these tomatoes right off the bat, but no, okay, I can't quite replace them, because to make tomato preserve, I think you pickle tomatoes in game, because technically they're a fruit, but they're not considered a fruit by the game and by most of society, even though they're... It's never easy, in the same way that a strawberry isn't actually a berry, whereas I think a banana is, and so is a pineapple, but a strawberry just isn't, because not allowed to have any logic. That would be ridiculous. Can't have that. Okay, so Clint's not in the bar yet. I think he will end up in here at some point, but where he is, good question. I could probably have bought the triple shot espresso, but the trouble is I haven't got any coffee plants. There's no point at the moment, because I need the coffee plants to be able to make the damn stuff. I like the speed boost more than anything. It's as soon as I can get the ability to grow pots indoors, that's what I really want, is to be able to have some coffee bushes in the kitchen, essentially. There we go, Clint. I have shown you some stuff, and you can give me some money. Yay. I like money. More than anything, just give me money. That's what I want. Right, now, I don't think there's much in the fish river bundle that I need to catch. I can't remember. That's the main thing. But again, not the end of the world. Now, but I'll catch the odd bit. Again, fish have been quite useful financially for me. And have been a good way of getting extra money, especially considering I fished a lot and my fishing skill is probably my highest skill. Ooh, foraging stuff. And, finally sea urchins, because they are a part of the dye bundle. Hurrah! Another bit of bundle that I can complete. That's just useful. More than anything, that's just what I need. Now let's have a quick look. Let's see, is there anything over on this part of the bit? Can't remember the words. The beach, there we go. I can't believe I just fumbled over the word beach. I'm having one of those days, I really am. Oh well, it's just how it is. I think that the heat is definitely getting to me over here. It's just absurd. Now, I'm well aware that there are places where it's hotter and wetter and stuff, but we English complain about the weather. That's just what we do. I mean, come on. It's a little bit of a raging stereotype. that all we do is complain endlessly about the weather and invade every country in the world ever. I mean, we haven't done that for quite a while. Well, not to, own it and, make everybody God-fearing individuals worshipping the royal majesty and blah, blah, that sort of thing. Although it's quite fun because when I'm recording this, I was chatting with some American friends about how they were looking forward to celebrating July the 4th, and then were quite amused and confused by my insistence that it's just Happy Traitors Day, as they had forgotten what the significance was other than having fireworks and getting quite drunk. Wow, I caught a super cucumber. That's cool. I'll have a look at the quality of that in a minute, because that's probably going to be a useful one for the festival in the autumn, because that'll be handy. Now, let's have a look. I mean, the super cucumber's quite a nice one. I can't remember what you actually can use it for. I can't remember if it's actually something that you can eat. Well, I'm sure you can eat it, but I can't remember. I'll remember eventually. It's one of those, like, yes, maybe things. I don't know if I'd really want to eat a super cucumber, but I do know that sea cucumbers are a bit of a delicacy, predominantly in Asia. I can't remember what they're actually related to. I think they're obviously they're an invertebrate, but what they're closely related to, I don't really know. And whether they're particularly tasty? Maybe. It's not something I've ever tried eating before. But then again, I've eaten odd things, like I've eaten alligator and sheep eyeballs and, of course, haggis and black pudding and things like that. And haggis and black pudding I'm quite partial to. I do enjoy a good bit of fried offal and blood for breakfast. Because that's one thing I would greatly appreciate, is being able to go out to a really nice hotel, especially in the north of England, because if you stay at a good hotel, you'll get good black pudding and good haggis, and that is where it's at. Because the cheap stuff is okay, but it's generally quite greasy and nasty, but good quality stuff, oh, delicious. And I'm sure I'm going to get a few people going, you what? You eat blood? Hey, it's a thing. And of course, completely unrelated to the fact that I'm fishing repeatedly in Stardew Valley. And there we go. So some more halibut, that's kind of useful. So we've got 2 gold quality silver super cucumbers. So that's actually going to be quite helpful, I think, as that's some extra cash money. And also, it'll be a good thing to display, which will be good. Now, I didn't catch any tuna because I don't think they're active during the night, but yeah, I'll live. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and fling some things into the selling box, and then we'll head on to Sunday itself. It's going okay so far today, I think. We've caught a lot of stuff. We've managed to get a fair bit of copper ready, which is kind of handy. That's more than I can say for everything, as that's really helpful stuff. Having the copper and just getting some money for it. I think doing those quests for people also increases their friendship level with you. I always forget. So I'll sell one of the super cucumbers. Crikey, they're worth a lot of food and energy, aren't they? Health and energy, even. I shall sell one of those sea urchins, maybe. Now, why have those plants over there at the top died? I just can't fathom that. That's really annoying. Like, sometimes oh no, they're not dead. They just look it in the light. Okay, so we've got the spiceberry jelly. So we've got our first of our preserves. I'll quickly grab those tomatoes and pickle those, because I can pop them in and they'll last overnight, which is easy. And it's still 10 past 1. No, I've still got time before I pass out, but it's definitely going to negatively impact the energy I'm going to have tomorrow. But I'll live. There we go. Quickly go back to bed, and the Junimos are fixing the minecarts for me. So that's going to make life a little bit quicker and easier to zip around the town, which, you know, that's very nice of them. Makes my life a lot easier. So, made a couple of thousand. I can deal with that. Makes life a bit easier. And we're ready to roll on to Sunday. Okay, on to Sunday. Now, let's see, am I going to learn anything? Oh, pancakes. Do I already know that? Yeah, yes, I do. Drat. Okay, not the end of the world. Okay, so clear and sunny, so that means I've got to do a bunch of watering, but thankfully the new watering can, and not watering can, the sprinkler system will assist in making me lazy. Now, Pam also wants beer. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to make an IPA at the moment, but partly because I don't have any fermentation kegs yet. Hopefully soon enough, though. That's kind of what I'm after. But at least I've managed to generate a few battery packs. That's good. And I've got some melons, which I can now plonk over in the community centre. I believe I need 5 gold ones as part of the quality crops bundle. It's 5 watermelons and 5 corn, I believe, is what I still need. But that's not going to be too difficult, hopefully. I mean, I've fertilised a lot of the ground, but I might need to fertilise more. Well, make a better fertiliser for it. That's certainly a possibility, but I don't have the access to the quality fertiliser yet. As soon as I get access to it, that'll be great. I will need some fish, but that's kind of what I use the fish trap, like the crab pots for, because I mean, a lot of them aren't that good in the grand scheme of things, so it doesn't really matter so much when they I mean, they're not very valuable. When I say not very good, they're not highly valuable, unlike other fish. So it's more useful to me to just throw them straight into the conversion of fertilizer, which, you know, it's a thing. It's useful more than anything. Helpful in the grand scheme of things, as it gives me the ability to make better fertilizer. And I can't purchase it either yet, so I think I can only start purchasing it when I actually have the ability to make it, which, I'll live. But that's why I've planted all of this corn, because that'll help level up the farming skill, because it's quick, but I believe it is based on the crop's value as well. So that might also need to be dealt with. I may need to start sowing a lot more better quality crops. And as part of my ongoing quest to improve, I think I need to purchase some more melon seeds so I can get them, because I've only got 1 gold one, which is nice and all, but it's not enough. I need more, because I want to complete the darn bundles in the community centre, please. That's my main aim at the moment. I say main aim at the moment, it's my main aim in general, because I want to unlock stuff and get the community centre done. I still haven't done a Joja Mart playthrough, because every time I start up and go, right, okay, I'm going to try and work with Joja Mart, I keep going, oh yeah, but I hate them. They're horrible, they're evil, and they need to go away, sit in a hole, be less annoying. So I always end up just going, oh no, I'll just work with the community centre. I'll make it better, and forget what I was doing, essentially. Not the greatest plan in the world, but oh well. It's just how it always ends up with me, because I'd rather work with the town than Joja. Maybe that's because I don't like big corporation, or it's just because I don't like the individual who runs it in the area. I think that's probably more of what it is. He just looks like a creepy school shooter, especially with his big trench coat type of look. He's like, what would happen if a school shooter didn't, I mean a stereotypical school shooter, didn't actually shoot up the school and somehow got employed somewhere and went back to a town to try and ruin it, because he's a vindictive sod. Which, you know, that's certainly a possibility, but I don't really know. Plus, they charge you more for everything anyway, so why would I buy seeds from them when they're more expensive? That's what I don't quite understand. Other than the fact that they're open on a Wednesday when Pierre isn't, not really much point in them. Like, well, not really much point in going to buy things from them, I don't think. This is where I find out that actually they've got a few things that you just can't get access to from Pierre until year 2 or something. I don't know though. Like I said, I've never really worked with Joja. But oh well. Right, so let's see if Lewis wants another hot pepper. There we go. Have the hot peppers, Lewis. Be excited about the fact that I grew it and I gave it to you. Yeah. Right. So we're going to go into the archaeology office and just quickly deposit some of the shiny things that I forgot, as in the fire quartz. I've got nothing else. But, you know, that's another thing to go in there, which is good. And again, filling the archaeology office in a museum is going to be the main. It's not the main aim, but it's an easy one to do on the side. Now, Clint's going to upgrade my pickaxe for me, because getting that to an iron pickaxe will make life again easier, because then I'll be able to remove those large boulders and generally mine faster, because that's again what I need, is just to be able to get stuff done and be able to just clear out the farm a bit more, get a bit more space and be ready to go. And I'll feel pleased with actually being able to remove all that stuff, because then I'll actually finally be able to use the entirety of the land that my farm is on, rather than just part of it. But I'm just going to quickly visit the community centre here and get the farming bundles partly done, because there we go, there's the summer crop. I just need a single blueberry now. That's not too difficult, but I do need to make sure that I have some blueberry plants growing. I think I do, but that's why I purchased another 1 seed, just in case, because I can't remember. Because that's my own stupid fault on that one, is just not being able to remember that if I've got one or not. And that's something I do need to be able to do, is actually pay attention a bit more to exactly what I've got growing. I don't know. Okay, so maybe there's some... poppies. I harvested all my poppies a while. I didn't realise they were part of the chef's bundle. Okay, that's annoying. So I'm going to have to go and grow some more poppies. I mean, they're valuable enough, but I didn't realise that they were used as part of it. I think that's one of the things that I find quite peculiar, is that the flowers themselves they're nice and all, and they're quite lovely, but why are some of them... they're not very valuable in the grand scheme of things. I don't think. I could be very wrong, but they don't feel like they're particularly valuable. I might need to look into that a bit more, to actually look and see and break down the value of them. I mean, I understand that like certain crops are generally going to be quite valuable, like for the food ones, but it'd be nice if there was like a flower shop that opened as like a DLC or a mod, which actually bought the flowers at a slightly better rate, and allowed you to make certain things with them, make bouquets and such. Because I know you can make bouquets and displays and such, which is nice, but I wonder if that's something that is already done or has been made. Again, I haven't really looked at the mods, because that's something I probably should do at some point, is possibly have a look at trying out some of the mods and having a playthrough with them. Like, I've seen the tractor mod be used, and that looks like just an absolute godsend and is super easy. But again, it's not something that I would use for this playthrough, at least, because I think it feels like it's cheating a little bit. Because you can set its effect radius to be absolutely massive, and you drive around going, and I've just demolished all of these trees for no energy. Which, it doesn't feel too bad when you've kind of unlocked everything, and like you've got all the crops and such, but it just feels a little bit like you're cheating a bit. But I do know that I think the last time I looked at it, it did cost a fair old bit of resources to actually build it. A bit like the horse thing, because that was one that I got really confused about, because I'd forgotten that the horse was actually a legitimate thing as part of the game, and I was like, I'm thinking, hang on a minute, isn't this a mod? Did I download a mod? What's going on? So I felt really stupid. But oh well. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slap some of the corn out of the wheat out of the way, and actually place the sprinklers in here and here, just because it'll give me a better radius and a better spread of water, and then I can quickly hoe across here, and that won't be too bad, and that'll just make things a little bit easier. fertilizer it, and we're gonna plonk some melons across there. And that'll be easy. And I'll hoe here, and ooh, I'm running out of energy again. That's not good. I'll put the last melon there. I need a blueberry. And I've got some seeds that I need to do for sunflower seeds. I feel really stupid, but I didn't actually realise that you can use the sunflower seeds as well as sunflowers themselves to make oil. Like, I knew that you could make it from the sunflowers themselves. I mean, it makes perfect sense to be able to make them from the seeds, because I think that's actually what's used in the real world. Whether I'm correct on that one, very different question. I am not the brightest spark sometimes. And just knowing about how things are made is one of those like, oh yeah, that's how that happens. And occasionally I do feel incredibly stupid. I say occasionally. It's like 90% of the time I feel particularly dense. But that's just the way it is. Now, let's just water that. And again, my energy is very low. I really need to, oh dear. Plot that down, and then we'll bung some sunflower seeds in. And water that, and these. Oh dear. Starting to feel exhausted. Okay, that's going to slow me down if I'm not careful. My goodness, I think Monday, as in the next day, is going to be an absolute pain because I'm going to end up running out of energy if I'm not careful. I think I've got some things I can eat. I've got some salmon berries and tomatoes and things. Probably eat some of the salmon berries. They're not exactly the most valuable fruit. And I've only got them so I can just turn them into preserves because I know it does increase their value. They're not, they're not the most valuable crop in the world, but just getting them there is easy enough. Okay, apparently you can't hoe across that. Fine. Move, kitty cat. I have land to hoe. Yeah, agriculture. And we'll plonk some sunflower seeds there, and then I need the one blueberry. Whoops, that wasn't clever. I missed. Good grief, I am really bad at aiming with this. Oh, we've got some lovely mushrooms ready to go. Again, red mushrooms, not that helpful in the grand scheme of things. I can't remember what they're actually used for, or if they're used for anything in general. They might very well be. Just can't remember. Well, I mean, obviously they're used for something. What that is? Yeah, good question. But that's just the way it is. I can never remember anyway. Do I want to take that? No. I need to plant that. But I can do that in the morrow if needs be. We'll plonk that there. We'll water the ground so it's all ready. I don't know why I put it away. That was particularly dense. I'm not going to lie. I know. I'll just not keep it in my inventory while I need to plant the damn thing. Well, at least I can make a bit more money by just flinging the common mushrooms in there. Get rid of the sea urchins because I put the other one I needed in the dye bundle. And is there anything else I can put away? Yep, pop the fertilizer away, and there doesn't look like there's anything there, so the maple syrup isn't available. That's what I wanted to double check. I still need to reorganize that area down there and figure that out. I think that is going to become my orchard sort of environment, and that's going to be moving forwards at least. So I might buy a couple more trees when I've got some money. But for now, we made a fair old bit of money. We managed to get a bit further, and we're starting the upgrade of the tools. So, hopefully I'll catch you again on the next video.